好久不见. ¿Cuánto tiempo? ¿Cuánto tiempo? Ne? It's been a while. Ça fait longtemps, mais vraiment. A lot has happened since we've last seen each other. I will address that in future videos with lots more language stuff. For today, I actually wanted to share with you a very special project that I have been working on since 2021. Right now, I call it Roots. It's a photo project where I take someone who grew up in 2 or more cultures and I basically put a spotlight on them first through photos, so I get them to, choose clothes that represents either side of the cultures they grew up in, and then I sit them down and I ask them about their story. A very special person that I chose, her name is Rita. She's half Belgian, half Congolese, and I met her in Shanghai. We studied Chinese together and I knew that her story would be very interesting as my first person. With every question, you'll see a photo pop up that we took. All of the photos were taken with my film camera on medium format, so it was taken with my Mamiya 645. I believe it was on Fujifilm if I'm not mistaken. And I also would like to thank my friend Katya for helping me on that day, and she was there like taking BTS videos and pictures and just helping me with all the equipment, and she was a star there helping me. And also thank you to Rita, who was willing to be a part of this project and to be the first person. So without further ado, here is Rita and her story with Roots. So I'm really happy to have you here today. Tell me a little bit about you.
Okay, so all my friends call me Rita, but my French name is Rita. It's really hard for them to pronounce, so I like Rita. So my father is Belgian, my mom Congolese, the east part.
The east
I have to specify it because it's very different. The east part, people are very shy, and I can see it in myself, like very réservé. Like my father went to Congo to work there for a while. He was doing cars engineering. Actually, my mom was going to school and my father was going like trying to find some girls. And my mom was the shy one. And I think in somehow being shy is kind of cute. And it's like, that's the one. So with my father, French always, and with my mom, sometimes combine French and Swahili. Just because she really cares about giving us her part of culture, she doesn't want us to be only Belgian. We are mixed and we have to have both cultures. I think I'm both, but I feel more. I think maybe it's because my mom is the Congolese one and she's really strong, like to pull me more on her side. I feel more Congolese inside, but I try to be both because there are beautiful stuff about the Congolese culture and also the Belgian one. So I try to take the good one and the good one from both to have a beautiful mix. If I have to take decisions, I go more like Belgium. Just because I don't want to follow so many rules. For like the family side, like the household, like friends, are more Congolese in the sense like, let's say if I have my friends coming over, I know in Belgium you don't show up to someone's house without calling or having kind of an appointment, right? But for me now, I would say like I want my friends to come. Like you don't have to make an appointment. If you're passing by, just come. And that's very Congolese. People will show up to your house without telling you. And it's just like, okay, my sister can come to live with me. And my boyfriend, for example, he's not Congolese. For him, it's like, no, your sister, why she has to come and stay with us? But the Congolese is like, for me, if I tell my mom, my boyfriend say that, it's like a big deal. Like you don't see it. Like family have to be together. It doesn't matter how small is the house, how annoying they are. I love this Congolese part. Until now, actually, because in Congo, you are not the typical Congolese. In Belgium, you are not the typical Belgian, right? So you're always in the middle. When my mom was speaking Swahili to me in front of my friends, I was embarrassed. And it's sad, you know, it's sad just because in Belgium, at that time, I think like I was thinking like, oh, the Swahili language is not so glamorized. It's not so, you know, you don't see it on the TV. Nobody speaks Swahili. It just, as a kid, you don't really think so much. You just see your friends, they don't do these things, and then you reject it. When I was going to Congo, because Congolese people have kind of like a bad memory from the Belgium colony. I'll be very honest. So if you say, oh, I'm mixed Congolese and Belgian, they'll be like, you're Congolese. Like, why do you need to mention about the Belgian side? So I'll just not say it. But now I don't care now. I will just tell you who I am. Like, I don't want you to be happy with who I am or not, right? That's me.
Yeah.
I give you the information, process it, and take it if you want. They call it Liputa, but this is not Swahili. This is Lingala. It's another Congolese language. Liputa is this type of dress. Like there is like these cheap ones that you wear it every day, and then it's like for a big event or wedding. But you buy the cloth, and then they create it for you. Like you design it by yourself, and then just to be funny, I like to wear sometimes. But I don't wear like the whole set because it's like you wear the, like, I don't know, they call it like kitambala. Kitambala is like the one you put on the head, and then you wear the top, and then you wear like kind of like a skirt or a dress. But I wear like a top, and then I wear like kitambala. Congolese clothes are very flashy. Like you're coming from far, people will notice you. So I try to wear them sometimes. Sometimes I would say the Congolese culture made me like the sexy part of me. In Belgium, I don't wear like this. I try to cover more, but in Congo you can show whatever you want to show, because the culture itself is really based on the shape, like how the girl looks like. That was another thing that I don't look like with the Congolese girls. If you see them, they are very like big. The breasts are very big and the butts are very big, most of them. And I don't look like that. So to find a Congolese husband, it's a struggle. Because with them I'm too skinny.
What?
Yeah. If I have to see the perfect combination of my both cultures, it's Christmas. We had this Congolese tradition that we were doing together. We buy a goat, we put it in the garden, like for like three months before Christmas. We're gonna feed it, like, get fat. And for Christmas, we're going to eat it, right? Very early in the morning, around 5, 4, all the boys, the guys of the family, they will go out and kill the goat. And kind of sad.
But it tastes good.
Yeah. And so they will share some parts of it. The belly is for the whole family to share together. Like this part of it is the family. And then the head, you give it to the boys. And then the bones, you give to the kids so that we can, play with it. Our neighbor, they were like, what do you guys do? Like, because it's very weird. It's very Congolese. But it was fun. It was something that was super excited. When I see the goat, I was like, oh, Christmas is coming. And the fact that the goat was, like, when they were killing it, it was crying like, and people would be like, what is happening? I was like, we're just celebrating Christmas.
Oh, the sound of Christmas.
Yeah. My mom was very into this, and we were doing it every year. That's a nice question. Something that I would like to pass to my kid, if I have. It will be this, like I told you, the Christmas for us is like a big deal. You prepare it like 3 months in advance. This, I want to do it. I want to keep doing it. And also other cultures, like when you get married in Congo, so there is this tradition that they will take the husband, the future husband, and they will present other girls. We have many flowers in our garden. And we're gonna present you this girl, and maybe it's my little sister. So my future husband need to say, no, I found another flower. and then they will tell you like, oh, she's in Belgium, she's in the US. We need to get a flight and bring her, and the husband need to give like a lot of money. It's a game, but it's very funny. Let's say I'm the husband and you are my mom, for example. So you come to my husband and say, so can you describe your wife, your future wife? So I'll say my wife has big eyes, big butt, and it's like, okay. And then they will bring someone similar. But they arrange it already. Someone that looks similar to you, maybe your sisters, and they will play with this. Like they will bring a lot of girls to get him confused, and at last, and then they will bring you, and he has to say yes.
And then that's when you start
the wedding, yeah. And then the food. This I want to pass. I'm not such a good cook, but I want them to learn some recipes because it's so easy to learn from the Belgium side, but there's so much in the Congolese side that I need to give them. Like,
Yeah.
Bahiti. Bahiti means literally cold, but you can use it to say, calm down, like, relax. Bahiti. It doesn't mean anything itself. Maybe I would say even some other families, if you say Bahiti, they'll just be like, what do you mean? But my mom used to use it a lot. And I think it's a beautiful word, Bahiti. Peace, have peace. When I say, I speak Swahili, most of the people will be like, Hakuna Matata. That's the international Swahili that people know. But Bahiti, I think itself, like it sounds nice to me, and the meaning is, I need it sometimes. Like, it's not like a sentence, but we were doing a prayer. Then my dad told us, bénissez-nous Seigneur, ainsi que la nourriture que nous allons prendre, pour en faire nos forces, afin de mieux nous servir. Amen. It's when you want to eat. Like you hold each other's hand, and then you pray for the food. And this, every time when I have food in front of me, I do the little prayer. Each time I cannot translate it in any language that even if I wanted to think in English or in Chinese or in Swahili, this prayer is always stuck in me in French. Like now with my boyfriend, we pray in French. From the Congolese part is the pilau. Pilau is not Congolese. It's Kenyan, all the eastern part, like the African east part countries, they all have this pilau. I met a lot of friends that they know how to make it. I can't, but it's super yummy. Pilau is like rice with a lot of meat, and then they put some special ingredients inside. There's garlic, and then they have like some curry. But the Belgian, I love the meat. This is like the top for me. The chocolate. I feel embarrassed to say. Actually, I started learning to love them. Like I'm trying to work on those things. One is on me, on myself. Like my hair is like, and every day I need to iron them. That's also something that comes from the colony. You have people that have hair like very well done, and the Congolese hair is not like that. And I can see I got like a lot of my mom's hair, and just annoying. Especially like when I was going to school in Belgium, my teacher would be like why you just don't keep your hair? But when you're a little girl, you see all the people around you having different type of hair. You feel like, oh, I don't fit, so I need to do this to look like them. And now I'm learning to accept it and love it, but I'm not there yet. And the Belgium side maybe would be the accent, because I feel like in Belgium people that have like this strong accent. Like there are so many words in French, for example, even how we count. When I say 90, 70, I'm kind of like, people will look at me differently, like people don't say that. But this is how we count, right? And these things are just, you need to remind yourself like, oh, people don't say that. If I'm speaking to other people that are not Belgian, I try to fit in. It's annoying, like, why should I change? Because if it's so wrong, then they shouldn't teach us to count like this, right? I feel very like honored and happy that someone wants to know about both cultures, like Belgian culture and Congolese, because to be honest, like not a lot of people wants to know so much because people already have an idea of what Congo looks like or Belgium looks like. But you asking me all these questions, actually, I feel like I had to kind of click, like to tell myself like, this is you, you know, it's actually helping me. Aww. Yeah, because no, I don't know if anyone had ever asked me these questions, ever, never.
That's awesome. Thank
Really.
you so much again.
Really,
Yeah.
it's actually like therapy. Yeah. Yeah.